Hey everybody, it's Matt from LolKing here on the first day of the quarterfinals for the Season 3 World Championships. I'm here with Cyanide from Fnatic, who just knocked out C9 to advance to the semifinals. How are you feeling?
Yeah, it feels really great, especially since it was the America versus EU matchup and we managed to win. And of course, yeah, if we lost, it would have been really horrible to go out of the tournament.
Yeah. We were actually talking a little bit before about just the kind of streaks that both of the teams have been on. Of course, Fnatic got to play, you know, a very good 7-game winning streak coming into this thing. People are pretty much saying that you're one of the favorites to win the tournament. Do you think that because you had so much kind of warm-up time in the groups, that was kind of instrumental in your success?
Yeah, it was really good that we were kind of warm going into this. Like, we were already used to playing on that stage, and I think it worked into our advantage. But on the other hand, they got to see a lot of our games, and we got to see absolutely nothing. So I think it was still better for us because we have really deep champion pools. Like, we can play so many heroes, and they actually tried to ban out Peke, but Peke plays like a million different heroes, so it didn't really work out for them.
That was something that I was kind of overhearing talking about back here anyway, was that you guys even banned out some of Xpeke's heroes, just to completely ban out High. Was that just kind of a really high priority, banning out High specifically, or it was just about making sure that Peke had the freedom just to like do what he needed to do?
We kind of knew that High has a small champion pool, and we were kind of wishing he didn't secretly practice some heroes or whatever. So we just tried to outban him. We could have tried to outban some other players as well, but I think Meteos, he would do really great. It doesn't matter what hero he's going to get. And another option was Balls, but yeah, we ended up banning the Rumble, and it seemed to be enough.
Yeah, that was actually something that was really kind of instrumental in your loss in the second game anyway. It was Balls' Rumble just seemed to kind of decimate you guys, especially in that, you know, final Baron fight. So I guess it's really kind of uplifting anyway. You've got kind of got a little bit of a momentum advantage going into the next round, especially, you know, being able to come back from a 1-1 loss. There's always kind of like that little bit of a disadvantage for when you lose that game, that second game. So how do you guys kind of like pull yourselves back together in order to kind of say, okay, last game we've got to put up here or we're out?
We are a really experienced team, so obviously we have been into this situation so many times before, and we just knew that if we manage to get good picks, we can beat them. And yeah, we also got the level 1 lead, and after the level 1 I was like 99% sure we would win, so we felt pretty confident from the start.
Of course, like any jungler is going to be happy with 2 kills at the beginning, but one of the things that I think at least is you don't really plan for that. You know, if you have the opportunity to pounce on someone level 1, you're going to try to give it to either of your carries. So how do you as a jungler like shift your mindset from, okay, I've got this huge item advantage, I've got this huge gold advantage, like what do I do with it?
Yeah, so I went for Madreds and Boots at the start, so I knew I can farm really fast if I want to, but I can also, like, I'm going to be ahead in levels, and my ganks are going to be really, really strong. So I was trying to gank a lot to get even more advantage to my lanes, because obviously, like, if I play jungler and I get 2 kills at the start and do absolutely nothing, it is not going to really help my lanes, and my lanes might lose anyway, so we're going to lose the game. So yeah, I just contributed like less time to farming, and still I got a lot of farm because I had Madreds, but I tried to help out my lanes and win the game that way.
It was kind of interesting, like at least from the Lee Sin pickup, because if you were playing like a tankier kind of jungler, you may have wanted to just go straight into tank items. So how do you kind of make that decision between, okay, I'm going to possibly build something that'll make me do a lot more damage, or I'm just going to go straight tank?
Yeah, so after that I didn't get so many more kills. I got like 1 more kill and I think 2 assists, and we got Drake, so it was actually in the end it was really good that I got the kills. I managed to snowball the game a lot, and yeah, I just went tanky and utility build like the board item, and I just wanted to be really useful for my team and support my team to victory.
That was one of the things that we kind of saw, was that Yellow Star's Leona was just a huge factor in that last game. Having him play Leona, who has, you know, a massive amount of engagement, like and a decent amount of tank, did that kind of take a little bit of pressure off you anyway for just kind of like still being able to build a little bit of damage?
Yeah, I didn't really opt for damage anyway, because yeah, I knew obviously like if I support my team we're gonna win. Yeah. So I know that all like Soas and Peke and Yellow Star, they are all like big playmakers, so I don't have to make any really big plays to win the game, but obviously I have to do something anyway to carry my own weight at least, and yeah, I think I did a good job. I got some kills and they were able to make the plays to win the game.
Besides like the opening, you know, kills that got you a large gold advantage, what was something that C9 kind of made a mistake in? Do you notice anything like really specific?
I think it was pretty much lost for C9 after that level 1. Like we had a better team comp, and it's really hard to come back from that kind of disadvantage because we are equal or better or maybe a bit worse to them in skill. So you can really come back against a team that's equalish to you if they get such a huge advantage, especially in such a game with a lot of stakes. So we're not going to do anything risky and throw it, but we're just going to play solid, aggressive, and take the game slowly.
One of the things that people have kind of been talking about a little bit was how much Pushu is affecting your victories here. And I know the kind of big narrative around Fnatic is, you know, the possibility of Reckless coming in Season 4. Can you maybe comment on, like, especially since Pushu seems to be pulling his weight, at least in this series. In this series, his Corki was quite great. Can you maybe comment on kind of how that is shaping up a little bit behind the scenes?
We haven't really thought about it. We are just focusing now on Worlds 100%, and we will do anything to win it. And we are not going to talk about Reckless coming in or something to demoralize the team. And yeah, we will see what we do after Worlds.
That's pretty good. I guess next round you have the option of one of 2 Chinese teams, and the Chinese team that we've seen so far, OMG, wasn't in your group. So if you kind of had a choice of who you're going to face there, who would it be and why?
It's a tough question. Like, I think the Chinese teams can play kind of the same. We screen both of them, and they seem strong, but nothing too unbeatable. I think we can beat any of them.
Cool. And I guess kind of wrapping this up, how hard is it to play in front of like a pure NA audience like this?
It's of course really demotivating because like when we do something good, we absolutely hear nothing. Like it's just complete dead silence. Maybe there's one guy cheering, but we have the helicopter headset, so we don't hear anything. So yeah, it's kind of demoralizing, but we are used to it. And then yeah, on the other hand, when Cloud9 does something, it's like Cloud9, Cloud9. So we're like, oh, okay, we are apparently not very liked here. But of course, it's obvious they would cheer for their own continent. I would do the same. So.
Do you have any words kind of either for the fans back home or if the small amount of, you know, Europeans that we've kind of got here in the studio?
Oh yeah, thanks a lot for supporting us, and I hope we can do really well in the rest of the tournament to not disappoint you.
Cool. Do you have any kind of shoutouts or anything? Do you have a Twitter that, you know, people can find you at if they want to follow you?
Yeah, I have Twitter and Facebook, Fnatic Cyanide. You can check it out, and thanks to all our sponsors as well. So and to Fnatic, because without them we wouldn't be here probably.
That's awesome. Thank you so much, Cyanide, for talking to us today. If you want to see any more coverage, you can at LolKing.net. If you want to follow us on Twitter, you can at LolKing.net on Twitter. And of course, you guys can subscribe to us on YouTube. If you want to follow me on Twitter, you can at @MattDemers. I'm going to be tweeting photos, videos, and other interviews like this for the whole rest of the tournament. So thank you for watching, and I hope you have a great rest of Worlds.